Okay, so today I'm going to make you a video for your 4.5 lesson. If you get into the packet that I gave you and go to section 4.5, you'll find like 2 tables and 2 graphs. You won't need those for a little while, but what you might need right now is a piece of paper to write some stuff down as I go through this. Okay, so remember the bouncing ball lesson that we did? We did it on Monday the 7th. You could go back and look at that if you needed to. It's section 4.3. You learned how to represent a discrete situation, all right? Now, today, you're still doing a discrete pattern. We're just going to change the name of it. So now it's going to be called a sequence, okay? A sequence. So one case that we looked at previously, okay, and this was probably done last Friday the 4th, we had this pattern with rabbits, and there was these numbers that were coming up at it was one of those days when we did the months, you know, month 1, or excuse me, month 0, month 1, month 2, and you had to figure out how many there were total at the end. So here is just the numbers that were at the bottom, okay? And there's a pattern that shows up here. And if you have a calculator or if you're good at numbers, you can see that the pattern here is multiplying by 3, right? Every single time. And that's why when we were doing this, at some point I said, okay, you can stop counting up rabbits because they started getting to be way too many to try to count, right? Like here, I'm pretty sure I didn't make you count 162 rabbits. I said, look for the pattern and see if you can figure it out. Okay? Now, this particular sequence that we just looked at and that you have dealt with before, it's kind of like a function machine, right? A number goes in, give me a second here. So a number goes in. There's something called a sequence generator that helps you figure out the number that comes out, right? So you can see the 6 went in and then 18 comes out. And then it's like you turn around and start doing that all over again. So then 18 becomes the number that goes in, and there's the same sequence generator, and a new number comes out. And then that number goes into the sequence generator, and a new number comes out. And we just saw, literally on the last slide, what the sequence generator is here. And it asks you at the bottom of the slide, what does this sequence generator do? Okay, and this one, your answer would be multiplies by 3. Okay, so what would be the next 2 terms of this sequence? Right, so let me write what we have so far. We have 6, 18, 54, and 162. And since you just figured out what the sequence generator does, hopefully with either a calculator or a piece of paper, you can figure out what those next 2 numbers are. My recommendation is pause the video, figure it out, and then unpause. So you can see that the 2 numbers are 486 and 1458. Okay, so let's see. The same sequence generator is used, but this time with a new first term of 4. Okay, so instead of starting with a 6, it's saying, hey, you're going to start with a 4, and then it's saying, okay, so what are the next 4 terms? 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, I recommend pausing the video, seeing if you can fill in those blanks, and then coming back. And hopefully you're able to get those numbers. Again, all you have to do is multiply by 3 repeatedly. All right, so now this is where you and your team, or you can do it by yourself also, you're gonna be completing a table for a sequence. Okay, so what you're seeing on the screen right now is just an example. This is not yours. So if you'll see again, based on what's on the screen, these are the numbers here that are given. And notice that those numbers are over here. Okay, they're over here on the right. Okay, the numbers that are over here on the left, these numbers, these are just telling you what position they are in the list, right? The first number in the list is an 8. The second number in the list is a 2. The third number in the list is a 0. And you can see all of those over here. Okay, so on the paper that you have in your packet, you're going to copy each of these into the table. Okay, these numbers that you're seeing are going to go on the right the position that they are in the list goes on the left, and you're going to graph them as well. All right, that's what you need to be doing after this video, is you need to put those into the tables, graph them. Okay, now once you have done that, then come back to this video, because it's going to ask you a couple questions. Okay, so it says when you are adding, if the pattern is adding, that's called an arithmetic sequence. Okay, and yes, this word is pronounced arithmetic, not arithmetic. Okay, so one of your sequences that you did is arithmetic. Okay, but if your pattern is multiplying, that's considered to be a geometric sequence. And again, one of the ones that you just did is geometric. All right, so again, hope that helped. I hope you're able to finish this, and I will see you soon.